again, as always, it is me, Indah Melindasari from ONEderland Consulting. I have over 10 years experience as a migration agent and was once a migrant myself, which gives me a unique insight into the process. Please like this video and click subscribe to get all the best Australian immigration content and updates. Today, we are going to be explaining the basic of the Australian skill assessment. We often get asked questions about the details of the skills in terms of what is the process for your nominated occupation, which assessing authority is relevant to you. But mostly, we simply get asked why it is necessary to get this done at all. Don't worry, we will do our best to answer any questions you have, all things about skill assessment. So let's start at the basic. Why do you need a skill assessment anyway? Skill assessments are issued by relevant skills assessing authorities. A skills assessing authority is an organization that checks that your skills meet the standards they set to work in a relevant occupation. Basically, it is a way to ensure that your skills, experience, and qualifications are up to the same standard of Australia. Every country will have their own standards and skill level of an occupation because there will be regulations regarding things like safety that will differ from country to country and things like job roles and tasks. Some countries require certification to work in certain occupations, while other countries are not strict about this. This is why they are not necessarily saying that your experience or qualifications from your country are not good enough. It's more to ensure that you understand that there is a certain way of going about your occupation in Australia that you may not have been aware, and they need to make sure you are prepared. Therefore, in Australia, the government has assigned what are called skill assessing authorities for different occupations to ensure applicants are up to the Australian standard. The skills assessment will generally be one of the first steps to applying for skilled migration visa in Australia. So what visa subclasses and stream require skill assessment? Okay, so there's a skilled independent visa, the subclass 189. This is a point test stream. There's a skilled nominated visa, the subclass 190. Then there's a skilled work regional professional visa, the subclass 491. The employer nomination scheme, the subclass 186. Regional sponsored migration scheme, the subclass 187. The temporary skill shortage visa, TSS subclass 482, and temporary graduate visa, the subclass 485. So what exactly does a skill assessment consist of? Well, generally the main aspects that will be assessed are your experience, your qualifications, such as your training certificates, degrees or diploma, and proof of your previous and current employment. Some skill assessment will require an interview that may be either practical or technical. There are over 40 different assessing authorities in Australia. Some of them, most well known, being Engineers Australia, Trade Recognition Australia or TRA, Australian Nursing and Midwifery Accreditation Council Limited for nurses, and FETASES. Once you have found the relevant skill assessing authority for your nominated occupation, what should you actually include in your skill assessment application are receipt of the application fees as evidence that you paid, your passport, the copy of your proof of ID, your birth certificate, and other identity documentation, the passport size photographs, all your educational qualification documents, proof of your employment, for example, your employment contract, offer letter, pay slips, and your bank statements. The business activity statements, if you are self-employed applicants, your up-to-date resume or CV, and roles and responsibilities letter on the company's letterhead. For certain skill assessments, there could be several other requirements required as part of the documents you are submitting, including English language test result with the score needed for that particular occupation. Note as well that different skill assessments that will also require different months of work experience. Some even do not require work experience. As there are several different types of skill assessment, there is no single price to cover everything. But generally, you will be looking at paying between 300 to 1,000 Australian dollars. But make sure to check your occupation authority's website, as the prices can be different as well. The processing times for the skill assessment is generally between 12 to 14 weeks. So if you do intend on applying for a visa that requires a skill assessment, then account for this time, as this should be prepared before your application. Just keep in mind that for basically any type of skilled migration to Australia will require you to take a skill assessment. The only work visa that does not require this is the working holiday visa program, as this allows holders to work various jobs instead of most work visa in which you have to work in a specified occupation. The skills assessment as well does not mean that you will meet the point test for general skilled migration visa that require you to meet the points requirements. Although if you do have received a positive outcome on your skills assessment, it will be a good indicator that you will achieve a higher points total. With variety of different visas, skill assessing authorities, requirements, and even types of skill assessment, the whole process can get very complicated. And to know exactly which work visa and pathway suits your specific circumstances the best. The process can be a big investment of your time and money, so you want to make sure you get it right. You can find links to the skill occupation list in the description, and also our skilled points calculator to see if you are eligible for the general skilled migration visas. If you need assistance with your visa issue, whether you just need some advice or want us to organize and submit the application, you can find our contact details in the description of this video and in the comments. So feel free to send an email or call with an inquiry, and our advisors will be there for all your visa needs. ONEderland Consulting is here to help you. As always, thank you for watching. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel for more content and all the latest immigration and visa updates.